Chapter 21. The Blessed of the Goddess of Fortune. You are listening at novelfull.audio, Chapter 21. The Blessed of the Goddess of Fortune. Chapter 21. The Blessed of the Goddess of Fortune. Lin Yi was in the vortex. So he did not know about any of that. After putting the weapons and armor on the shelf, he returned to the castle's bedroom and slept. He woke up in the afternoon. After washing up, he ate the food that little angel prepared for him. Instantly, his body and mind were full. His life could be considered a happy one as compared to the other castle lords. There was too much meat to eat. There were edible flowers, fruits, honey, and so on in front of him that the little angel had gathered in the jungle. Although the amount was not much, it was enough for him to eat alone. After all, angels did not need to eat. Ever since he descended, he had never worried about filling his stomach. The food had always been at the level of a noble. He felt that such a life could be maintained. Of course, he was looking forward to it even better. Open the message. Lin Yi discovered that the 3 sets of weapons and defensive equipment had all been auctioned off. He auctioned for 3 hours. When the time was up, the higher the price, the better. He made a count. A total of 7,830 units of wood, 4,200 units of stone, and 120 units of iron were obtained out of the 3 pieces of equipment. To be honest, the true value of the equipment was not worth a fifth of the resources. But now it was an extraordinary period. Extraordinary time had extraordinary value. With weapons and armor, the strength of a humanoid soldier could increase. Even though they had lost resources, they had delayed the castle's upgrade. However, the castle lord who had obtained the equipment could equip his soldiers to kill more wild monsters and raise the level of soldiers. It was both a profit and a loss. The benevolent and the wise will see the wisdom. One more thing. Today was the 4th day. 3 days later, the protective barrier disappeared and the beast tide might follow. The stronger the castle military, the higher the chance of blocking the beast tide. They should thank Lin Yi. In reality, that was indeed the case. After a day of hunting, the gains of the 3 castle lords who had captured the equipment had multiplied. In addition to his excitement, he posted his achievements in the world chat to praise Lin Yi. As for the castle lord who participated in the auction and lost his equipment, he was filled with pain and regret. Overall, Lin Yi was making a lot of money. It also reaped a wave of prestige and fame from the circle of the lord of the castle. Even though he was different from Feng Qing, he did not care about these things. Inside and outside the castle's courtyard, there were piles of wild monster corpses. There were at least 200 of them. It was around 4 p.m., and there was still some time before the blood moon arrived. In other words, the angel team could hunt even more wild monsters. Today's harvest would definitely surpass yesterday's. This was normal. After all, his angels were 6 yesterday and 11 today. It nearly doubled. Moreover, there was also the angel of love, Nina, who had reached the 7th rank. The angel team's strength had greatly increased. With stronger strength, the hunting speed was naturally faster. It took more than 10 minutes. Lin Yi collected all the corpses of the monsters in the wild. As usual, the fur, claws, and other monster materials were stored in the warehouse. As for the food, he recalled the lucky smart merchant, Zhong Yao. Open, friend info. The castle lord who had applied to add him as a friend had reached over 50 million. More and more every day. Some of the lords of the castle were persistent and refused repeatedly. Some castle lords came out of admiration. Amongst them, most of the castle lords wanted to use him to increase their castle's strength. Although he didn't say it clearly, Lin Yi was famous. After all, in their application notes, there were often keywords like the little brother, warm-up, school bell, attack, and acceptability. Only a few castle lords had advanced and top-rank soldiers. They thought that Lin Yi was strong, and he had great confidence in his future. If they wanted to form an alliance with Lin Yi, they would have a chance to compete in the era of hegemony. Without exception, Lin Yi rejected all of them. He hadn't even reached the beginner stage, so how could he be willing to go all out? It would be better if he could survive the beast tide. Tap on your friend, Zhong Yao, to get multiple messages. I worship you too much. You killed so many goblins. And I have never even seen how goblins looked. Lin Yi, what are you doing now? Brother Lin Yi, I'm so bored. Can you talk to me for a while? Lin Yi, let me tell you some good news. When my dwarf was mining, he killed a spider and exploded another map. It's the blueprint for the crafting shop. I've already built it. I can create equipment for you. In the future. Hee. Today, the Angel team had killed thousands of monsters in the wild. L.C. However, Lin Yi had never seen the blueprint. Looking at Zhong Yao's message, Lin Yi was silent for a long time. He felt that he was a one-time lucky Big Bang, so he got the unique arms. Building Angel Rebirth Pool. N.4 Zhong Yao. It was a continuous burst of luck. The blessing of the god of luck was nothing more than that. Chapter 22. The Little Lolita of the Underground World. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 22. The Little Lolita of the Underground World. The Friends column. What do you need to craft the equipment just now? Do you need equipment blueprints? Somewhere at the bottom of the world, a little Lolita with a pale face jumped up in joy. Lin Yi got back to me. The excited voice caused the surrounding dwarves to look at each other. The little Lolita squinted her big eyes and quickly replied. Lin Yi must be doing something important, right? Oh, the crafting shop has a notification. There's no need for blueprints to craft ordinary equipment. You can use the materials on the monster's body or other materials to create it. Only magic equipment embedded with crystals requires blueprints. Ordinary equipment included the goblin warrior's saber, spear, spiked club, and leather armor. As for the magic energy equipment, Lin Yi had a thought. A magic staff stored in the warehouse appeared in his hand. The top of the magic staff was inlaid with crystals. That was from that 5th-ranked goblin magister. Its purpose was to increase the power of low-level magic. This should be magic equipment, but it was a very low grade. These materials are from the monster. Lin Yi looked at the castle warehouse. He had stored thousands of monsters' materials in the warehouse. Those materials were from thousands of monsters from the wild. Fur, scales, claws and teeth, tail pin. There were many types. Lin Yi replied, I have many monster materials. How can I cooperate? Zhong Yao, no need, my dwarves can create equipment for you for free. Lin Yi paused for a moment and replied, I don't need any ordinary equipment for the time being. I will sell the equipment you've created in the trading channel in exchange for resources to upgrade the castle. I'll take out the monster's materials and you can craft the equipment. The proceeds from the sale were split between us. I'll take 6%, you can take 4%, what do you think? Zhong Yao could earn 4%, but she was not greedy. Lin Yi guessed that Zhong Yao's crafting shop could be the only building that could build equipment. She could completely ignore Lin Yi. Zhong Yao could purchase the monster materials at a cheap price and she could craft them into equipment and sell them at a high price. She could earn even more. When the number of crafting shops increased, her earnings would drop. If she would work with Lin Yi, she could earn 4%. After all, it was a business with no roots. However, she could earn less compared to getting rich overnight, but it was in line with the meaning of long-term cooperation. Yes, I'm listening to you. Zhong Yao did not consider these questions. Lin Yi's understanding of her was wrong. She was not a prominent merchant. She bought Lin Yi's food at a high price. It was not a long-term investment, she just wanted Lin Yi's protection. She was only a 13-year-old girl. She was descended to another world alone. So she felt loneliness, fear, insecurity. Lin Yi's strength gave her a sense of security. After interacting with Lin Yi, her fear of this unfamiliar world had also diminished. Therefore, she wanted to get closer to Lin Yi. Just like a child who was trying to gain the recognition and protection of adults. Then it's decided. Lin Yi asked, how much refined irons have you forged? Zhong Yao replied, I already forged 800 units of iron. Lin Yi was stunned. So many. Zhong Yao sent a smiley face. Yes, yes. I could recruit 9 dwarves every day, including blacksmiths, miners, warriors. They work very hard. The recruitment mechanism for military buildings was that, weaker the military, the more recruitment. The stronger the military was, the less recruitment would be. Like Lin Yi's angel rebirth pool. Only 2 angels and holy spirits could be born every day. After leveling up to the 2nd rank, the number of players increased to 5. Today was the 4th day. Zhong Yao already had 36 dwarfs. There were many of them, but their combat strength was weak. Lin Yi could easily defeat her dwarves team with a single level, 5 little angels. This was the difference between top-ranked and low-ranked soldiers. Lin Yi replied, I'll put 200 units of food and packaged monster materials on the trading channel later. I'll buy 800 units of refined iron from you, once the equipment is ready. Put yourself on the trading channel. Exchange for energy stones, crystals, and castle upgrade materials. After selling the equipment, give me 60% of the supplies. Zhong Yao quickly replied, alright, Lin Yi, I know. Lin Yi immediately put food and monster materials on the shelves and restricted the exchange. He was not worried that Zhong Yao would be greedy for his monster materials. It was not worth it. Long-term cooperation was in the interest of both parties. A moment later, Zhong Yao sent a message, Lin Yi, can you chat with me when you are free? So I wouldn't get bored, I just had a few words to let you know. It scared me when my parents couldn't find me. Lin Yi was silent for a moment. How old are you? Well, in 2 months, I will be 14 years old. Sure, only when you're free. Yes, thank you, Lin Yi. In the dark underground world, the little Lolita, whose face was ashen, cheered and sang. Zhong Yao was so happy today. Angel Castle. Lin Yi shook his head slightly and thought little about it. Not long after, a few winged little angels dragged the corpses back. Little Angel Seal flew over and bowed respectfully towards Lin Yi. My lord, Lord Shirley asked me to report to you. The angel team has found the location of the goblin tribe. They can attack the heretics at any time. Chapter 23. Attacking the Goblin Tribe. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 23. Attacking the Goblin Tribe. In the castle's courtyard. A group of little angels flapped their wings and stood in front of Lin Yi. Their gazes were filled with reverence, and their faith was fervent. There were 5 of them, with little Angel Seal leading the team. The other 4 were the winged angels and holy spirits summoned this morning. After the morning battle with Goblin and the day's hunting, the 4 new winged angels and holy spirits all rose to the 4th rank. Now Lin Yi had a total of 11 angels under his command. The lowest rank was also the 4th rank. The strongest one was a 7-ranked, and that was a special 6-winged angel, Nina. Lin Yi asked, how far is the Goblin tribe from our castle? Little Angel Seal replied respectfully, reporting to my lord, the Goblin tribe is less than 3,000 meters from the castle. 3 kilometers. As he guessed, it was not far. It was precisely because they were very close so the Goblin tribe could able to gather more Goblin warriors to invade Angel Castle. Lin Yi asked again, how strong is the Goblin tribe? Little Angel Seal said, according to our investigation, it's a small tribe. Only 500 goblins. The number of goblin warriors was about 200, and the highest rank is the 5th rank. There are 3 goblin magisters, all of them are 5th ranked. Little Angel Seal looked at Lin Yi reverently. My lord, with the strength of our angel team, it's enough to wipe out the goblin tribe and cleanse all the heretics. Well. Lin Yi nodded slightly. Then order 4. Winged Archangel Shirley to lead the angel team and attack the goblin tribe. Bring the spoils back to the castle after the war. As for Goblin's body, forget it. Not worth much. Yes, my lord. Seeing Lin Yi waving his hand, Little Angel Seal immediately flew out of the castle. 4 little angels followed. In the blink of an eye, they disappeared into the forest not far away. Lin Yi also didn't participate personally in this war with the goblin tribe. He was only 3rd ranked. Compared to other castle lords, his level was probably the highest. However, for the goblin tribe, the 3rd ranked person was only an ordinary warrior. If he entered the battle circle, the elite goblin would probably kill him. He didn't want to die first. Besides, the significance of his existence was behind the scenes. He was the almighty lord of the angel faith and did not need to participate in the battle himself. As long as he was in charge of the castle, he could give orders. This was the current situation of most of the castle lords. The bodies of some of the challenging and exciting castle lords were already cold who enjoyed the battle and were on the verge of death. Since he was the ruler, he should have the consciousness of being the ruler. Otherwise, he would be eliminated one day. 3 kilometers. It was far away from the territory of Angel Castle. However, for the angel team led by 4. Winged Archangel Shirley and Nina, leaving the castle was not a risk. As long as it wasn't at night, they would roam freely in the dark forest. With the angel team's combat strength, they could handle most of the unexpected situations. After the assembly, the angel team was filled with 11 holy spirits. They flew towards the goblin tribe in the dense forest and quickly arrived at their destination. They looked over. It was a primitive tribe with low productivity. Dozens of thatched huts and wooden houses of various sizes were stacked together chaotically, surrounded by wooden fences. In the middle, there was a large courtyard. There was wood burning to roast unknown animal corpses. Goblins of all sizes were scattered in the tribe. There were hundreds of them. There was a wooden tower standing in the depths of the tribe. The 3rd floor of the wooden tower was about 20 meters tall. A strong goblin warrior was guarding the gate below the tower. The 4. Winged Archangel, Shirley, wielded the holy sword. Our Lord has an order. Destroy the goblin tribe and purge all heretics. Let the power of holy light cleanse this region of filth. The little angels all bowed, yes, Lord Shirley. The merciful Lord will redeem their souls. The angel of love, Nina murmured and then flew into the goblin tribe. She flapped her snow-white 6 wings, her entire body released a holy radiance. The group of goblins guarding the tribe also discovered her existence. They let out a strange cry. Summoned the other goblin warriors in the tribe. At the same time, they held their spears and threw them at Nina, the angel of love. Nina flapped her wings and easily dodged. She looked down at goblins in the tribe, her eyes filled with pity. Bedodem, a lowly alien creature. The power of darkness and evil has corroded my body. Only a pure soul is worthy of redemption. She spread out 3 pairs of snow-white angel wings and softly chanted divine words. Lord, love the world. The world should revere the Lord and believe in the Lord, put down your evil thoughts. Pray to the Lord and follow the light, discarding your filthy flesh, your souls will gain eternal life. A rain of holy light fell from the sky with Nina's gentle voice. For a moment, the goblins who had been exposed to the rain of light knelt on the ground. Only a few powerful goblin warriors and elite goblins struggled to resist. The power of evil and darkness is too deep. Only the holy flame can help them purify. In the blink of an eye, the rain of holy light gathered and transformed into blazing holy flames that enveloped the elite goblins. Those elite-ranked goblins were burned to ashes in less than 5 seconds. At the same time, the angel team led by the four-winged archangel Shirley also charged into the goblin tribe. Believe in the Lord and live forever. Serve our Lord. The flame of faith will never die. The power of light quickly enveloped the entire tribe. It was like the only clean place in the dark world. Chapter 24. Truth was only in the hands of the Lord. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 24. Truth was only in the hands of the Lord. A powerful angels team. 11 angels with snow-white wings were flapping. They swept across the entire goblin tribe. No goblin was a match for them. The angels did not show much mercy to the heretics who had invaded the Lord's territory. Furthermore, they believed it. Even the heretics were willing to believe in the Almighty. After death, their souls could still be redeemed. The pure soul would obtain eternal life in the divine kingdom of the Lord. Therefore, they were not killing but redeeming. Since they couldn't save the bodies of the heretics, they had to save their souls. Soon, all of the goblin warriors were lying in a pool of blood. The angel team surrounded the wooden tower. The core of the goblin tribe was the wooden tower, and it was guarded by 3 goblin magisters. Among them were 2 goblin magisters who had rushed out of the wooden tower during the battle and were surrounded and killed by the little angels. In other words, there was only 1 goblin magister left in the wooden tower. He was old. His body was as thin as wood. His magic staff was in his hands. He appeared at the window on the 3rd floor of the wooden tower and stared at the little angels outside. The heretics. Four-winged archangel Shirley flew over. She looked coldly at old goblin magister. Don't be stubborn. The power of darkness and evil will only pollute your soul. Believing in our Lord is your final destination. Faced with the siege of the angel team, old goblin magister was fearless. He raised the magic staff in his hand and roared angrily, "An intruder from another world, don't even think about bewitching me. The creatures of the endless continent don't need faith, they only seek truth. Our continent has as many gods as the stars in the sky. One day, all of you will be expelled from the otherworldly world." In an instant, several huge fireballs flew towards Shirley. The scorching heat made the air sizzle. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. Little angel seal appeared. The holy sword in her hand chopped down one after another, blasting apart all the fireballs. After the battle, she had already advanced to the 6th rank. Other than that, little angel Todd had also advanced to the 6th rank. The other little angel's strength had also increased greatly. You lowly creature, you are already hopeless. The truth was only in the hands of the Lord. All the living beings of the tens of thousands of planes needed to believe in the Almighty Lord. Kill. Shirley's voice fell. The little angels charged into the wooden tower and killed old goblin magister. This small goblin tribe was completely destroyed at that point. The battle was over. In the angel castle, a dazzling golden light dispersed from Lin Yi's body. He had advanced to the 4th rank. At the same time, according to the information, he knew that the angel team attacking the goblin tribe had won a great harvest. Eliminating the goblin tribe that invaded Angel Castle not only allowed him to gain a large amount of energy and advance to the 4th rank. Moreover, there were quite a few notifications about obtaining energy stones. On the other hand, the rarer crystals did not explode. However, Lin Yi was not disappointed because there were 3 goblin magisters in the tribe. On top of their magic staff, there must be crystals embedded. 3 magic staffs, 3 crystals. Coupled with the magic staff he had previously obtained, he had 4 crystals in his hand. There was only 1 stone left to upgrade the angel rebirth pool. Leveling was just around the corner. At the same time, during the day, he had collected nearly 3,000 units of food from the wild monsters that the Angel team had hunted. Among them, 200 units of food were exchanged for 800 units of refined iron from Zhongyao. The rest of the food Lin Yi put the rest of the food on the Super Space Trading Channel for sale. Now, it was all sold. He harvested 20,000 units of wood and 3,600 units of stone. Now, 50,100 units of wood stored in the castle warehouse. Stone, 11,300 units. Refined iron, 920 units. Although there's still a long way to go to upgrade the castle, it won't take long. It could be seen that his castle's strength was increasing rapidly. At this moment, a notification appeared. Your military force has discovered the heart of the Goblin tribe. Please choose whether to destroy it. Yes, no, Lin Yi asked, what's the difference? If you destroy the heart of the tribe, the enemy forces would completely disappear, and the energy stones will receive additional benefits. The stronger the enemy is, the greater the energy stone gain. Refuse to destroy, you will not be able to obtain additional energy stone benefits. There was no choice. Destroy. Lin Yi gave the order. 3 kilometers away, the Angel team destroyed a stone tablet in the wooden tower. At the same time, the stone tablet was destroyed, the buildings in the Goblin tribe collapsed. Finally, it turned into a pile of ruins. Congratulations, Castle Lord, your army has destroyed the Goblin tribe's tribal heart, additional energy stone plus 50, kill the Goblin tribe. Your castle's influence and reputation in the Dark Forest have increased. Special reminder. Because of the increasing influence and reputation, there are more and more local forces in the Dark Forest, paying attention to your Angel Castle. Lin Yi pretended not to see. In any case, it had already been noticed. No matter how many local forces there were, it was nothing. For at least 3 days, he did not need to worry about safety. Not long after, the Angel team returned with a full load. It took several times for the Angel team to transport all the spoils back to the castle. Total harvest, all kinds of low-grade weapons, defensive equipment, 390 pieces. 3 magic staff. 180.6 energy stones. Food 720 units. 200 units of refined iron. In addition, the abilities of the little angels were also greatly improved. Currently, his angel team was, Nina, Angel of Love, 7th. Ranked. 4. Winged Archangel Shirley, 6th. Ranked. Little Angel Seal, Todd, 6th. Ranked. The other little angels all advanced to the 5th rank. His strength increased greatly. Chapter 25. Hot World Chat Channel. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 25 Hot World Chat Channel. The food harvested from the Goblin tribe was put on the Super Space Trading Channel as usual. Along with the Castle Lord's army becoming larger, he became stronger. The difficulty of collecting food was getting lower and lower. However, if the Castle Lord had a few billion people, there would always be people who would come to the trading channel to trade for food because of various reasons, such as the lack of resources in the territory, the large number of soldiers, the large amount of food, and the food reserves. As a required consumable, the demand for food could be said to be enduring. At any time, they could not lack food. Therefore, Lin Yi was not worried that the food would not be sold. On the contrary, because of his popularity, the food he sells people buy quickly. After that, it was the goblin weapons and defensive equipment. Nearly 400 pieces. It was divided into 5 parts by Lin Yi. Each part could gather 30 to 40 sets of equipment. He packed up and took a photo of the trading channel. Suddenly, the world chat started a heated discussion again. Crap. Is this the home of the goblins that Lin Yi destroyed? He must have 400 pieces of equipment, right? It's too strong. You can question the character of Lin Yi, but you cannot question the strength of Lin Yi. The lord of the strongest castle is truly worthy. It's really good. What's the military force of Yin Yi? His combat strength is too terrifying. With so much equipment, I've killed hundreds of goblins. Lin Yi is a big boss, worship. At the current stage, there would not be a situation where the castle lord's military was being chased by monsters. However, the feat of Lin Yi hunting hundreds of goblins still made countless castle lords look up. At this time, no one could do it other than Lin Yi. Even the castle lords who had top rank soldiers did not have such strength. The title of the lord of the strongest castle in the kingdom was worthy of its name. Even the black fans had to admit that Lin Yi was strong. Last time, I lost the equipment auction of Lin Yi. This time, no one is allowed to snatch it from me. Haha. Who are you? The auction was not about vicious words, it was about money. I had long guessed that Lin Yi would continue to rob the goblin tribe. I prepared many resources in advance, and I did not even upgrade the castle, just for now. Upstairs, look ahead. At this stage, upgrading the castle isn't very beneficial. Instead, it will waste a lot of resources. I should save the resources. Robbing the equipment of Lin Yi and arming the troops under him. If the soldiers were strong, they could naturally hunt many wild monsters. Everyone knew whether they would earn or lose. The prerequisite is to be able to snatch it. The castle lord, who had few resources, was worried. This was because there were many castle lords with humanoid soldiers. Billions of castle lords. Even if only 10 million castle lords participated in the auction, it would still be 1 in 2 million. It was similar to buying a lottery ticket. In the end, there were still few resources. Some of the castle lords who had done the resource storage work in advance were filled with confidence. The trading channel was in full swing very quickly. The castle lord had snatched the 5 pieces of equipment that Lin Yi had bought. The bidding price skyrocketed. The quality of equipment from Goblin was inferior. However, for the castle lords who were still at the novice stage, this was the new god artifact. After the strength of the arms increases, they could not only hunt more wild monsters but also be more confident in dealing with the upcoming beast tide. So as long as they could capture Lin Yi's equipment, that would be a sure bet. Even some of the castle owners with advanced and top humanoid arms were bidding. They saw Lin Yi as a goal of transcendence but did not prevent them from arming their troops. Even if they couldn't get past Lin Yi, it was also possible to surpass other castle lords. Refusing to bid intending to be an asset would leave him behind the other owners of the castle that won the equipment. It was even more impossible to surpass Lin Yi. Unbearable. Why are my arms jungle lizards? My arms are silver-backed bears. I can't equip goblins' weapons and armor. I can only customize heavy armor and iron claws in the future. Silver-backed bears on the floor are advanced arms, right? Found a big dog. I don't know if there's a castle lord that could build equipment. I don't think so. If there were, it would have been sold at a high price. Unable to equip weapons or armor, this is too unfair to us soldiers who are the castle lord of monsters. What is fairness? If it were fair, there would be no high-level, intermediate-level, low-level, or top-level arms. Size, watch the equipment auction in the hot trading area. The lord of the alien-beast-type castle was so envious that his eyes turned red. Even if they get the equipment, it wouldn't work on the troops. If they want equipment, they could only customize it later. Somewhere in the endless prairie, Feng Qing was the corpse of a 5th-ranked elite bison. Behind her, 12 majestic golden lions were standing, 3 5th-ranked, 3 4th-ranked, 6 3rd-ranked. They were strong. Feng Qing was still holding a bright crystal. The crystal. We can finally upgrade the military building. Lin Yi. I will soon catch up with you, or even surpass you. As the lord of the castle with the top troops. Now the crystal was about to be upgraded. The self-confidence of Feng Ying expanded again. She believed that the gap between her and Lin Yi was not big. Eventually, they would be at the same stage. Chapter 26. Dragon's Attack. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 26. Dragon's Attack. In the Angel Castle, Lin Yi communicated with the little Zhong Yao who was in the underground world. And let her try her best before the end of the novice protection period. Within 3 days, she created all the equipment. 3 days later, the novice protection cover disappeared, and the initial beast tide swept through the territory of all the castle lords of the Endless Continent. That was a test. The passerby would stand on the Endless Continent and embark on the path of supremacy among all races. Losers would be eliminated. As long as Zhong Yao could craft the equipment in 3 days, they could earn a fortune. Lin Yi believed it. To survive the threat of the beast tide, the castle lord did not mind bleeding. After all, once he was eliminated, he would not only lose everything he had but he would also die. Obviously, no one wanted to face death. Zhong Yao listened to Lin Yi's words. She would do whatever Lin Yi said. Immediately, she summoned 20 dwarves and entered the crafting shop. The other grey dwarves were all collecting iron ore and forging iron. Because she knew that what Lin Yi lacked the most right now was iron. Zhong Yao said, "You gave me more than 1,000 kinds of monster materials, plus the ones from before. My dwarves can create at least 2,000 pieces of low-level equipment." Lin Yi replied, "That's not all. There are still 3 days left. I'll hunt more monster materials. There are more than 2,000 pieces of equipment. You can leave behind a portion to arm your dwarves and protect the castle." Zhong Yao sent a smile, "Thank you so much." She was very happy. Her decision was indeed correct. She felt extremely safe by Lin Yi's side. Zhong Yao thought to herself, "If the next time I reveal a blueprint that is useful to Lin Yi, I will give it to him. He will be very happy and will like her even more." If Lin Yi knew what she was thinking, she would be moved. He would also sigh at the sky. Zhong Yao's grey dwarves accidentally trampled on a mouse and smacked the little spider to death when they were mining. As a result, the blueprints of the smelter and refining shop were released. As for Lin Yi, he swept through the forest within a radius of 3 kilometers. He killed more than 2,000 monsters but he still didn't know what the blueprint looked like. Zhong Yao was truly a blessed one as compared to Lin Yi. Night fell again. The glow of the blood moon enveloped the entire continent. The demonic red light poured down, making the gloomy forest even more terrifying. There were a group of beasts roaring at the same time, and there were owl cries. In the dense forest outside the castle, a dense green light appeared in the dense forest no one knew when. Dirty dark creatures. Nina, the angel of love, threw out a holy light spell. Immediately, white light appeared, reflecting countless wild monsters. Grey wolf, demon bear, giant python, black fox. During the day, the angel team killed them and fled everywhere. At night, the blood moon filled the sky. They gathered together again. They were like demons, glaring at Angel Castle. There were too many monsters outside the city. There were at least 1,000 of them. There were also many elite.level and commander.level monsters. Plus the blackout mechanism. The night monster's strength increased by 3 times. Even if the angel team went out, it would still be difficult to wipe them out. There might even be unpredictable risks. In a few days, the angel team should be able to hunt at night. A few days later, the number of angels multiplied. The individual's strength would increase with the hunting. As for now, Lin Yi still chose to endure another hand. Even if the angel died, it could still be reborn in the angel resurrection pool. However, reincarnation also required the energy of the angel rebirth pool. This would affect the recruitment of soldiers. Therefore, he didn't want to take the risk. Lin Yi did nothing that he was not confident about. At this moment, in the distant horizon, flames bloomed. There was a colossal figure soaring in the sky, spitting out flames at the same time. In the flames, a large number of black shadows were turned into ashes. Countless small bird-type monsters attacked the colossal figure after they went berserk. As a result, the small bird-type monsters were no match for the colossal figure, and the crowd burned them. Finally, the colossal figure won, exerting pressure on the entire forest. No monster dared to provoke it again. It flapped its wings and arrived above Angel Castle. It was a dragon dozens of meters long. It was dark red. The fine dragon scales covered his entire body. When he spread his wings it reached dozens of meters. The dragon hovered in the sky and covered the blood moon, casting a gigantic shadow, and overlooking the angel castle below. It looked ferocious. In the span of a breath, flames shot out from his mouth and nose. It stared coldly at Lin Yi and his little angel standing in the castle's courtyard. He was blood-thirsty and ruthless. But in the end, it did not make a move. Instead, he flapped his wings and disappeared into the distance. Dragon. An adult dragon. Lin Yi took a deep breath. He was glad that he did not send the angel team out to kill everyone. Otherwise, the dragon would have killed the little angel. This dragon. It must be a local intelligent creature from the dark forest, not a wild monster. It was attracted by Angel's castle and came to check it out. But he knew he couldn't destroy the castle's protective cover, so he left decisively. The angel team must become stronger. Otherwise, once the beginner stage is over, the protective cover will disappear. If this big guy comes again, my castle will be in big trouble. Lord, don't worry. Winged Archangel Shirley flew over. That's just a King-class dragon. When I level up to level 9, I can beat it back. When my rank will rise, killing it would be even easier. Chapter 27. The Richest Castle Lord. Unexpected Upgrade. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 27. The Richest Castle Lord. Unexpected Upgrade. Once. 4. Winged Archangel Shirley. Stepped into her. Full body and ignited her divine fire. She would have the strength of a peak demigod. With the might of a peak demigod, killing a king-ranked dragon was indeed easy. However, it was clear that in just a few days, Shirley. Couldn't reach the full form of an angel. Lin Yi could only retreat to second place. She looked forward to her advancement to the 9th rank as soon as possible. She could contend against king-class dragons. Currently, Shirley was 6th. Ranked. The energy in her body had almost reached the 7th rank. She was not too far from 9th. Ranked. There was also the Angel of Love, Nina. Her initial rank was 7th. Ranked. After today's battles, Nina, the Angel of Love, had gained a large number of energy points. She could advance to the 9th rank earlier than Shirley. If he was lucky, Nina and Shirley could both upgrade to the 9th rank. Before the novice protection period ended. At that time, the two 9th. Ranked angels joined forces with the help of the angel team. There was even a chance of killing the king-class dragon. Thinking of this, Lin Yi's worries disappeared. It was late at night. The little angels gathered around the statue of the 18. Winged angel and prayed. A gentle white light fell on their bodies. This was divine power. It could restore the energy consumed by the little angels during the day. Lin Yi returned to the castle bedroom. After chatting for a while, he fell asleep. Even in the middle of the night, the World Chat channel was still live. Many castle lords had nothing to do but to discuss how terrifying the night was on the Endless Continent. Some of the castle lords did not believe in evil, and they felt that they were powerful and sent soldiers out to hunt. However, they were completely wiped out, and they vomited blood. There was a castle lord who had experienced the lesson of blood tear. However, someone was confident. He liked to take risks. They wanted to use the night hunt to widen the gap between them and the other castle lords. And even wanted to surpass Lin Yi. However, in the end, they suffered heavy losses. They did not know that even Lin Yi was not willing to let the angel team take the risk. Not to mention them. In short, at this stage, for the castle lord, the endless continent at night was extremely dangerous. Moreover, the castle lords had to increase their strength. At the very least, they had to eliminate all the monsters within their territory. If not, once the protection barrier disappeared, monsters from the wild would surround the castle lord's territory, not to mention the monster horde. At that time, without protection, the situation of the castle lords would not be optimistic. The only solution was to increase the strength of the castle. A night passed. The blood moon fell to the west, and the sun rose to the east. After a night of chaos, the dark forest calmed down again. The wild monsters gathered around Angel Castle at night retreated far away from the territory of Angel Castle. Foolishly, they were wandering in the nearby dense forest. See, these wild monsters would become the hunting targets of the little angels during the day. In the bedroom, Lin Yi woke up and opened the Super Space Trading Channel. The food on the shelf yesterday had been sold out, and it was exchanged for 4,000 units of wood and 1,600 units of stone. The 5 pieces of packed equipment were also taken away. Total harvest: 28,000 units of wood, 12,000 units of stone, 500 units of iron. In addition to the supplies he had previously stored. In the castle's warehouse, there were 62,100 units of wood, 21,800 units of stone, and 1,520 units of iron. He was one step closer to upgrading Angel Castle to Angel Town. It could be said that Lin Yi was definitely the richest man among the billions of castle lords. No castle lord's reserves were comparable to Lin Yi's. Even many castle lords had yet to raise the castle to a higher level. And Lin Yi was already preparing to upgrade the resources of the town. He was ahead of everyone. Lord! He washed up. And then eat the breakfast that was carefully prepared by Nina, the angel of love. Lin Yi came to the courtyard. 11 little angels gathered together and stared at him with reverence. Lin Yi smiled and nodded. The angel and Holy Spirit were preparing to give birth to a new day. His gaze suddenly fell on 4-winged Archangel Shirley. There was confusion. Shirley, you've advanced. When she returned to the castle yesterday, Shirley was still 6th ranked. At first glance, she had reached 7th rank, comparable to the angel of love Nina. After ranking up, Shirley's height had also reached around 70 centimeters. Her skin was snow white and delicate. Her large golden eyes and long hair fluttered. The appearance of an angel was already extremely beautiful. But the current Shirley was even more beautiful. Lin Yi was a little puzzled, unsure how Shirley was suddenly ranked up. Could it be that the king-level fire dragon had provoked him last night and secretly went out to grind at night? Reporting to my lord, when I returned yesterday, I was only one step away from the 7th rank. When praying at night, my lord took care of me and upgraded me to the 7th rank. Lin Yi suddenly understood. His favor was temporarily useless. Shirley's promotion explained a problem. Other than killing enemies and leveling up, cultivating on one's own would also allow one to obtain energy values and rank up. However, compared to killing enemies, she gained more experience. Very good, continue working hard. Lin Yi smiled in appreciation. Then, they came to the 18-winged angel statue of Angel Rebirth Pool. The angel and Holy Spirit gave birth to a new day. Chapter 28. The hidden function of the angel rebirth pool. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 28 The hidden function of the angel rebirth pool. The 18-winged angel statue. It was several lords tall, emitting a gentle glow. Lin Yi felt calm and at ease. This was a divine power, cleansing his soul. It had an auxiliary effect on breaking through and ranking up. It was because of this that the 4-winged archangel, Shirley, reached the 7th rank. Do you want to nurture the Holy Spirit? Yes, no, just as Lin Yi was about to choose, yes, he suddenly hesitated. In his mind, he asked, what if I choose no? Select no. For a certain period, the angel pool of rebirth will no longer nurture the Holy Spirit. All the energy will be stored up until an angel is born. A full-body angel was an adult angel. Mastering the power of the peak. Lin Yi looked surprised. He did not expect angel rebirth pool to have such a hidden function. This was a significant discovery. Lin Yi asked again, how long does it take to nurture all the angels? With the current level of the angel rebirth pool, it will take 5 months to nurture the winged angel. It takes 1 year to nurture the 4-winged archangel. It will take 3 years to nurture the 6-winged angel. Lin Yi rubbed his forehead. In reality, this was not a long time. After all, even the weakest of the 2-winged angels was a demigod who lit the fire. In 5 months, he could obtain 5 demigod-ranked winged angels. Long. For the gods, time was too short for the blink of an eye. But for Lin Yi, it was too long. He could not wait 4-5 months for a few demigod-ranked winged angels. His castle had to develop. Especially at this stage, the development of the castle was extremely important. If he gave up on nurturing the angel and Holy Spirit, then the development speed of his castle would plummet. Other castle lords would soon overtake it. In addition, within these 5 months, there might be all kinds of crises. Therefore, it was not worth it to have all the angels. Obviously. The higher the level of the angel rebirth pool, the shorter the time it takes to produce an adult angel. Wait for my angel castle to stand firm in the dark forest. After ignoring the local forces in this region, you can consider directly nurturing an adult angel. If I can have 2 angel rebirth pools. One gives birth to an angel, the other to an adult angel. It's also a good idea. Of course, this could only be thought of. Even though Lin Yi was recognized as the leader of the strongest castle, he did not know how to obtain the 2nd military building. If this dream was feasible, then it must have something to do with the blueprint. Unfortunately, he still did not reveal a single blueprint. For that lucky Zhong Yao who was alone in the underground world, mining and forging equipment, her only attitude was envy. Foster the angel and Holy Spirit. Lin Yi temporarily put down the idea of giving birth to an adult angel. Soon, the angel's rebirth pool emitted a dense white light. Then, 5 light balls flew out from the white light. When the ball of light broke, 5 new angels appeared in Lin Yi's field of vision. Winged angel Holy Spirit, current growth status. Holy Spirit, strength. 3rd ranked, loyalty. 100, dead loyalty, all. Demigod winged angels, the 5 angels and Holy Spirits were all winged angels. There was no such thing as yesterday's lucky outbreak. Lin Yi was not disappointed. After all, it was also a low probability for a 2nd-ranked angel to spawn a multi-winged angel and a special angel. He was already very lucky to have a special angel, Nina, the angel of love. Moreover, the 2-winged angels were not weak. Holy Spirit of the 3rd rank, full-bodied demigod. This was already beyond the top ranks of the castle lord. Naturally, he did not dislike it. Lord. 5 new winged angels flew over. They bowed respectfully to Lin Yi, their eyes were filled with reverence and their faith was firm. Lin Yi smiled and nodded, then gave them their names. After that, he ordered 4. Winged Archangel Shirley and the Angel of Love Nina to lead them out to hunt. Lin Yi said to them, while hunting the wild monsters, we should also investigate the local forces in the surrounding forest. Destroy and suppress the local forces of the dark forest. Our goal is to rule this forest. Hunt wild monsters. It was just for food, monster materials, and for the ranking. Experience. The struggle for supremacy began with the conquest of the endless continent. Moreover, conquering the local forces would result in greater benefits. Yesterday, after destroying the goblin tribe, Angel Castle had harvested a large amount of equipment, energy stones, and crystals. It gave Lin Yi a taste of sweetness. Yes, my lord. Shirley and Nina bowed respectfully. Don't worry, my lord. We will definitely clean up the heretics in the dark forest. Help my lord rule this forest. Shirley's eyes were determined. Angel, the lord's sharp sword. Their duty was to clear away all obstacles. Spread the faith of the Lord. The entire world was shrouded in the light of the Lord. The old goblin magister roared before he died, the creatures of the endless continent only pursued truth, not faith. These were foolish words. Only the Lord's faith was eternal. They could live forever only by believing in their master. Chapter 29. Key words. Wave ads. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 29. Key words. Wave ads. 16 little angels flew out of the angel castle. On a new day, Angel's team strength increased once again. Even if they encountered a king-level wild monster, they could easily defeat it. Wild monsters, divided into ordinary, elite, level 5, level 6, king, level 7, level 8, lord, level 9. As long as it was not a 9th rank lord. The angel team could sweep through everything. However, the 4. Winged Archangel Shirley and the Angel of Love Nina had risen to the 8th rank. In that case, even if they were to meet a 9th rank lord level monster, the angel team could also win. Lin Yi was in Angel Castle, and he felt like there was nothing to do. He did not need to cultivate himself. When the angel battle team was hunting monsters in the wild, he could already share his experience and level up. Moreover, he did not know how to cultivate. Pray. Who did he pray to as the Almighty Lord of the angel faith? He thought about it. Lin Yi was browsing the chat to learn about the current situation of Castle Lord and the information about the endless continent. While Lin Yi was chatting with Zhong Yao from the underground world. Zhong Yao was very happy. She chattered on and on in her friend's messages. First, she asked Lin Yi if he had a girlfriend and where he used to live before he arrived. After that, he told Lin Yi about the progress of the Grey Dwarves in forging iron and equipment. Finally, Zhong Yao complained to Lin Yi. Her little dwarf had trampled a lot of rats and killed a large number of spiders. However, they didn't drop any blueprints. She was very sad. However, this made Lin Yi feel much more balanced. If Zhong Yao could casually drop the blueprints, he would doubt her relationship with the goddess of luck. As for the world chat channel, it was as lively as before. Billions of castle lords, even if they could only send one chat message every day, would still be enough to make the chat of the world become live. From the chat message, Lin Yi obtained many keywords. Fallen God Desert, Death Swamp, Karami Prairie, Home of Nature Elves, Land of Dragons, Kingdom of Ice and Snow, and so on. Among them, Lin Yi also noticed that the castle lord mentioned, Dark Forest. This indicated a problem. He was not the only castle lord in this endless continent, but there were other castle factions. This news was good for him. With the strength of the Angel Castle, it was enough to fear no one. The moment they made contact, he would have the initiative to fight. Of course, even if they started the Battle of the Castle, they would have to wait a few days before the Beast Tide event ended. Right now, all the castle lords were still in the novice protection stage. The castle was invincible. The gods could not break through. It was almost noon. Lin Yi seemed to have thought of something. A message was sent to the World Chat channel. 2 days later, the trading channel would sell standard equipment, which will be forged by a professional dwarf blacksmith. The quality should be worth ensuring. The quantity was limited. If someone wanted to buy it quickly, he would get it first. Come first. Served, Lin Yi. Lin Yi felt that he should not waste his reputation in the castle circle. A wave of advertisements was needed. To avoid the last day of the new attack, the castle lord used up all his resources in response to the Beast Tide event. As soon as Lin Yi's message was uploaded, the chat channel exploded. It was 10 times livelier than before. Countless castle lords enthusiastically spoke. This is Lord Lin Yi's true self. As expected, Lin Yi will start selling standard equipment now, leading the leader of billions of castles. Standard equipment. Has the boss found a way to create equipment? Lin Yi, what are the prerequisites for creating equipment? Don't ask. One person could only send one message a day, so asking was useless. My guess, crafting equipment would require blueprints. For example, a blueprint for a blacksmith would first have a building, then a full-time blacksmith, and finally materials. On the floor. I haven't seen the blueprint yet. Not to mention the blueprints, he hasn't even dropped any equipment. Countless castle lords expressed their sorrow and envy. The monsters in the wilderness on the endless continent were extremely low. The equipment did not explode at all. The rarity of blueprints was better than energy stones and crystals. At this stage, the castle lord who dropped blueprints was one of the very few. Even Lin Yi did not have the chance to see the blueprint. How could he not envy Zhongyao from the underground world? Looking forward to the equipment sale the day after tomorrow. I am already storing up resources. This time, no matter what I say, I have to snatch a batch of equipment and equip my castle army. Beast Tide is about to attack. This batch of equipment is extremely critical. They had equipment, their military strength would greatly increase. Not only would they be able to withstand the Beast Tide, but they would also be able to increase their score and obtain better activity rewards. As long as he could snatch the equipment, he would earn blood. Unable to withstand the Beast Tide, he was directly eliminated. Even if he had to risk his life, he still had to snatch it. That's right. I hope that the equipment sold by the boss will be a little more. With so many pieces of equipment, there is a good chance that we can snatch them. Countless castle lords were discussing. And pray that Lin Yi could sell more equipment. Lin Yi also expressed his helplessness. Time was too short. The Grey Dwarves needed time to craft equipment. According to the equipment creation information provided by Zhongyao. Under the condition that the monsters had plenty of materials, her Grey Dwarves would not be able to sleep. On the day after tomorrow, she would be able to craft at most 4,000 pieces of equipment. 4,000 pieces of equipment. It simply could not meet the needs of the castle lords. It could even be said that even 400 million pieces of equipment would not be enough. As long as he had 400 million pieces of equipment, he would be able to upgrade Angel Castle to Angel Town or even Angel City. It was a pity. He could only think about it. Of course, 4,000 pieces of equipment was enough for Lin Yi to earn a fortune. It was even possible to gather the resources to level up Angel Castle. This would be a huge boost for his castle faction. It was worth looking forward to. Chapter 30. Official Activities. Found Earth Dragons. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 30. Official Activities. Found Earth Dragons. Today is the 5th day. 2 more days. Beginner stage has ended, the castle's barrier has disappeared. The beast tide is coming. This was the first official event, involving all the castle lords. The castle lord who survived the beast tide event would officially embark on the path of the race. If he failed, he would be eliminated. Those who would perform well would be rewarded. The higher the score, the richer the reward. Apart from that, there was the only special reward that belonged to the strongest castle lord. Lin Yi's goal was this special reward. He was not worried that Angel Castle would not be able to withstand the beast tide. After all, even if he was eliminated, then this beast tide event would be a tragic massacre for billions of castle lords. He believed that the official would not be stupid enough to do such a thing. Therefore, with the strength of the Angel team, his chance of passing was as high as 99.9%. He chased only the special reward that belonged to one person. That reward was definitely the best. It was about 4 p.m. In the courtyard of the castle, there was a large pile of monster corpses. Lin Yi's daily job was to collect and decompose the corpses of the monsters. Then, he put the harvested food on the space trading channel and exchanged it for other resources. The monster materials would be distributed to Zhongyao in the underground world and made into standard equipment for sale in 2 days. Today, the Angel Battle Team should be able to hunt more than 300 wild monsters. Food exceeds 4,000 units. Today's hunting record was obviously better than yesterday. This was directly related to the increase in the number of little angels. What was not surprising was that the blueprints were not released as usual. On the other hand, there were quite a few energy stones, reaching 84. Plus the energy stones that he had previously stored. The total energy stones were 346. It was not too far away from the second level of Angel's rebirth pool. Work harder. Before the monster horde arrives, it shouldn't be a problem to raise the Angel rebirth pool to level 3. Now, every aspect of Angel Castle was developing in a good direction. Lin Yi was also satisfied with the development speed. In the evening, the Angels team returned to the castle. After a day of hunting, the 5 new winged angels had all risen to the 4th rank. Some of the other angels had also ranked up. Now, he had 2 7th-ranked angels, 3 6th-ranked angels, 6 5th-ranked angels, and 5 4th-ranked angels. His overall strength had steadily increased. After Lin Yi had broken down the last batch of monster corpses and disposed of them. Winged Archangel Shirley respectfully said, "My lord, the angel team has followed your orders and searched the forest around the castle. We haven't found any new local forces yet. Tomorrow, we will continue our search in the further forest." Also, during the search, we encountered a group of earth dragons. They were almost 80. Among them, the strongest earth dragon was the 8th-ranked king and was about to become a monster lord. There were more than 10 elite earth dragons. It's too late. The blood moon has appeared. Without your order, we won't dare to attack this group of earth dragons. It's better to be cautious. Lin Yi nodded. The moment the blood moon appeared, the monsters in the wild went berserk, their strength increased by 3 times. If the angel team attacked the group of earth dragons, it was very likely that they would be attacked by the other monsters in the dark forest. If the king-ranked dragon who came last night would come skulking around again, Team Angel's situation would be even more troublesome. Being cautious was not a bad thing. Tomorrow morning, the angel team will immediately go look for traces of that group of earth dragons, Lin Yi said. If they haven't left yet, go where they are and destroy them. Yes, my lord. Shirley respectfully agreed. Lin Yi looked at the dark forest outside the castle. I hope you won't disappoint me. Nearly 80 earth dragons. Among them, there was 1 8th-ranked earth dragon king and 10 elite earth dragons. As long as their luck was not too bad, they would be able to explode out. By now, he had already stored 4 crystals, all of which were from the staff of 4 goblin magisters. All they needed was another crystal. One of the leveling requirements for Angel Rebirth Pool was satisfied. It could be said that leveling up Angel Rebirth Pool was just around the corner. Now, all of that depended on whether the group of Earth Dragons would satisfy his wish. Time passed. The night quickly passed. Today was the 6th day when billions of castle lords descended. On the 7th day, the new stage was about to end. All the castle lords were thinking of ways to increase the strength of the castle. No one wanted to be eliminated. Because elimination represented death. At the same time, they lost the chance to conquer all races and gain eternal life. Lin Yi also woke up early. However, it was clear that the little angels were more diligent than him. The blood moon had just descended from the west, and when the first ray of morning light fell from the dark forest, the angel team had gathered out of the city. They followed the Lord's orders. They went out hunting the group of Earth Dragons they saw yesterday.